Hey gamers, Aksu here. Is testing station 89 going like this? The heel got interrupted by the gravity bubble. This video is for you. You can enter testing station 89 from the overland map. This station is a radiation hot zone. To survive, you're going to want to wear a radiation suit. At lower difficulty, I didn't find iodine pills to be necessary, though it still may be wise to have them available in your backpack. And to navigate this station, you will also need a cutter ray to deal with doors. This is an intro level video. I'll run the solo on difficulty 1 to quickly review the mechanics for the station. If you have the Landsraad mission Testing Station Cleanup, you will need to collect a number of samples as you progress through the testing station. The first quest sample for this mission is located here in the entrance hall.
The mission of Station 89. I am Dr. Branza Highnote.
The first hallway you come to is filled with these doors. I generally skip these because you're only going to find small loot containers, so you can feel free to ignore these. However, if you're interested, here's a quick review of what's past each door. Save your better tools. All you need is an improvised cutter ray, one small chest and ammo, a small chest and water, an empty room, various small containers, only water. Here you'll find the second quest sample just after entering the room. This is the first challenge room, and there's a total of 2 waves of mobs. Each one will have a melee and a ranged, as well as a heavy gunner added in wave 2. After you've cleared the waves, be sure to go to the side room at the lower level. Here you'll find the first medium loot chest containing those augment patterns. As you can see here, a cutter ray tool is not optional, as this door will block your progression into the testing station. In this room, we simply clear a pair of enemies. Quick tip, directly mining this door type is probably faster than this analysis mode. Okay, we got a band. Next, we enter the second challenge room. Be ready for 5 waves, including melee, ranged, and heavy gunners. If you position on the upper level on this side of the room, it can be helpful because the spawning mobs will then move across the room at different speeds, allowing you time to clear them in smaller waves. Because there are a lot of enemies, 3 to 4 per wave, this room will take more time to clear. Finally! Once you've cleared the room, the third quest sample is located here. Also, on the second floor, close to where we were fighting, there is a back hallway that is radiation free. You can hide out here to allow your radiation buildup to drop, and this can also be a good place to separate enemies. As an alternative, if you're able to kill the enemies fast enough, you can also make quick work of the waves by fighting on the upper level on the side where they spawn. Here I'm using only melee skills to ensure that my shield stays up while absorbing gunfire. For heavy mobs, I wait for them to fire their gun so that their shield will drop. Moving on now, there's just one final side room that contains the second medium loot chest. We are now ready for the boss, but first, it's that time guys. Please help support the channel by subscribing. You can also leave a like or comment, which really does help with the algorithm. And if you happen to be interested in live gameplay, I do stream weekly on Twitch, and I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much guys. While this may be one of the easiest bosses to understand the mechanics for, this is probably one of the more challenging fights as the difficulty increases. First of all, the arena will expose you to constant radiation. Additionally, there's 7 large circular grates in the floor. Each covers a shallow pool of radioactive material. This guy has 5 bars, he's got 5 phases. Starting in phase 2, the boss will begin to destroy these pool covers. The order and locations of the covers that he destroys is the same each time. The boss will expose 2 outer pools in phases 2, 3, and 4, and the final center pool in phase 5. You want to be careful of these pools. Standing in them will cause your radiation exposure level to climb much more quickly.
This will slow you down.
Starting with phase 2, the boss will call for help.
We have ads.
In phases 2 and 3, 1 or 2 ads will arrive every 30 seconds. Other than destroying pool covers, the boss has 2 main attacks. He wields a heavy gun that can output a steady stream of bullets. Under normal circumstances, it's easy to sidestep this bullet spray. And second, the boss will throw collapse grenades. These grenades generate a large field, and then that field collapses. The collapsing field will pull you toward its center, and it also will stun you. When this happens, the field can pull you into radiation pools, and then the stun can keep you in those pools even longer, or make you vulnerable to ranged attacks. And then in phases 4 and 5, it will be 2 adds each time, arriving approximately every 25 seconds. I've heard that the total number of adds allowed at one time is capped at 10. And even if you're clearing the adds, as the fight continues, they'll continue to spawn as long as that maximum limit has not been exceeded. And it's because of all of the adds where this fight will really get challenging. Each add can also throw collapse grenades, and they will also pelt you with bullets at range. If the adds pile up too much, you're really going to feel like you're spammed with collapse grenades, you'll be under heavy fire if stunned, and you'll use stamina to dodge out of the stun. It can become a vicious cycle until you can no longer dodge because you're out of stamina. At lower difficulty levels, it's probably best to manage the adds as they spawn. You'll most likely be able to keep up with them. However, at higher difficulty levels, as the adds get harder and harder to kill, players will likely need to balance time killing the adds with time damaging the boss. Finally, keep in mind that the background radiation in the room and the increased radiation from time spent in the pools means that this boss fight does have a time limit that's based on your radiation exposure. If your radiation bar fills, you will instantly die. And once you've defeated the boss, you will also need to clear all remaining adds before the encounter is complete. Now that the fight is over, you can pick up the final quest sample here over to the side within the arena. And all that's left is a short walk to the final loot container. While the boss fight mechanics are pretty limited and easy to understand, don't underestimate how quickly this fight can degenerate into chaos. Good luck, thanks for watching, and thank you for your support. Until next time.